Hi, my name is Philip Koljababic, and this is my pitch for The Faith of a Father drama film. The target audience will be for 18 plus, because it does get violent and dark and disturbing in certain scenes. It would be mild at the start, including ranching, parenting, and just the realities of the work. It would be a great watch for younger men and women, especially men, since the father-son bond plays a huge part in the film. Hunting, fishing, and sports are a factor, which is just kind of crazy for young men. It takes place in Montana around 1913, ran by a single father and son, Ray and Jack Dunsworth, Ray being 45 and Jack being 20. It's a very isolated ranch in the famous Cumberland Forest. They have acres of land with only a small town called Scottston, around 20 to 30 kilometers from the ranch. This takes place around 1913, so this is the time where crown land introductions in North America were starting. Governments, bank loans, they were really in motion already and moving at a really fast pace. So a lot of people back then were having trouble adjusting to this type of lifestyle, which obviously Ray was that type of person. He was a stone cold person, zero emotion, but he did struggle with his emotions very seriously. He does have PTSD and certain memories from his gunslinger days still haunt him. He's all trying to hide this in the murder of his wife from his son. He was 18 when he left and became a gunslinger. He met a woman at 25 and got her accidentally pregnant with their son Jack. They later got married. After the birth of their son, he moved back on the ranch and became a bounty hunter. In his younger days, he was an extremely strict but fair father, demanding nothing but perfection and consistency from his son, since that's what the ranch was really built on. Jack, on the other hand, is a hothead, but he's an extremely hard-working 20-year-old trying to follow his dad's footsteps and running and starting a family on the Dunsworth Ranch. Sadly, trying to figure out what happened to his mother, also trying to figure out his father's past. He was always trying to impress his father just due to the fact that his father had no emotion and affection towards him. And that kind of, I feel like other kids, I can connect to that because my father was never really affectionate. He was a good father, just really had kind of a issue with emotions. So I feel like that as a result of that, you can be have very low self-confidence and you just have no initiative in life because you never got rewarded for it. So I feel like that's something I can connect to personally, and a lot of other people can. I wanted to get into the Rockford brothers a little bit. Joe on the left was shot and killed by Ray in the South during his gunslinging days years prior. Later, when Ray came back in retaliation, Joe's brothers, James and Bill, went to kill Ray, only to find he wasn't home. So they took his wife's life and robbed the ranch. Coming from an extremely rich family, they were given power at a young age, and they had power of the county at a young age. The mood in this film will be dark, but also inspirational and cold. So there will be dark scenes with Ray's PTSD, thinking about what happened, but there will also be inspirational moments like when Jack finally realizes what his dad did for the family, and when Ray sacrifices himself to save Jack and the ranch, because he already lost his wife and he couldn't bear losing a son. So that was the only thing that can truly bring the emotions out of him. Because obviously the Brentford brothers captured his son later in the film, and obviously Ray has to do whatever he can to get him back, which obviously ended up taking his life. And just at the end, I wanted to talk about just an inspiration for this movie, which are just the spaghetti westerns, the suspense you feel in those movies, and the scenes, the eyes, the graveyard ending at the end of The Good and Bad and Ugly. It was just all perfectly done to the point where the scene matched the emotions, and that's what I was really striving for here. So I hope you like my pitch on Faith of a Father, and hopefully you will accept it. Thank you.